Okay, so where was I? Um, I believe I was talking about Sophia Learning, and it's ACE credits, which are recognized by most regional universities. I live somewhat near Texas Women's University, not real close, but it kind of would be drivable if I wanted to drive to a college. But anyway, Texas Women's University, which is a regionally accredited college in the Texas university system, accepts the ACE credits. So I'm just looking up on my other computer. I'm going to go ahead and look up the website so I can show you a picture of it. It was really good. It was not writing intensive. A lot of the courses, some of the courses, obviously, if you need to take English Lit, you're going to write an essay or two. I didn't need to take those courses. And if you take public speaking through Sophia Learning, then you would have to upload a speech for your final assignment. But most of the assignments when I was attending school were multiple choice. And there are other online schools that you can earn ACE credits. Okay, so it's sophia.org, SOPHIA.org. And I'm just going to bring up the page. And so, I don't know if you can see that, but that's kind of what that looks like. And let me scroll down a little bit so you can see more of the front page. That's the front page. Okay. And so there's other websites that you can do this through, like Straighter Line. But the reason that I went with Sophia is because it was so user friendly. So if you do a program like, I don't know, like Straighter Line per se, when I was attending last year, if you went through a Straighter Line, you had to take proctored exams via a webcam or a video cam, and a live proctor would be watching you take your final. Now, for Sophia Learning, you don't have that. They use biometrics, so they use the typing pattern that you use on your when you're signing into your program, and your typing pattern when you fill out your name and your address and all that. Everybody has their own style of typing. So they use those biometrics to tell if it's you or not. So you could take your midterm exam or final exam at 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't need to pre-register for a proctor. So I really like that. At the time, Sophia was a little bit more expensive than Straighter Line. But if you, well, I always believe that you get what you pay for, number one. Number two, it really didn't work out to be any cheaper if you use another program, because what I did is I took 3 courses at a time. So when I was attending, courses were $329, and I would take 3 at a time and then get half price. So it was under $500 to take 3 courses instead of the 9 and change it would have been otherwise if you took them independently, one at a time. And they also give you 60 days to complete these courses and a 30-day extension if you need it. And you can even request a further extension. But like I said, most of the exams were multiple choice, and they were more than doable in a week or two. And I worked full-time at a physical position that was not only physically intensive, but emotionally, I guess, intensive. It was a negative, it was a toxic work culture, and it was also a physical job. And I was doing that full time, raising an elementary student, and, you know, taking care of my husband, who works 2 jobs and commutes a very long commute. He drives over about an hour and a half one way. So, you know, cooking for him and making his meals ahead of time. I also meal planned. That helped out a lot. But so I was busy, but it was doable. And for a middle-aged person who's working full-time and raising a family, it's definitely doable. I would think for a younger person, it might even be more doable or easy to accomplish. So again, I really enjoyed Sophia.org. I felt that I tried a couple other different online companies, and one in particular, and I won't name it, but one in particular had a definite bias in their lessons, and I didn't follow through with that one. I had like a free week trial, and I tried it, and I felt that the course was heavily biased in one direction, and I won't say either way, but I felt that Sophia Learning, you're actually going to learn. I took 2 U.S. history courses through Sophia Learning, and I learned a lot, and I felt as far as you can be unbiased, it was just a great course to take, and you really got to look at the facts and not filtered through a professor's personal ideology, which I would think everybody has their own ideology on things on life, so it's hard to separate just facts without filtering it through how you feel about things. And I guess that's not just for professors, but that's for anybody. So I just felt that website was just excellent. It was very user-friendly, and it really didn't work out to be that much more expensive. And I believe that they're offering some kind of subscription program now, and it's even cheaper, but I'm not sure. And I will say another thing about SophiaLearning.org is that during the pandemic, they opened all their courses for people to take for free. And I actually got to take a few courses for free that I needed to finish my degree. And I just thought that was a wonderful gift to the community, the free gift of education. So I just really support that company, and it's SOPHIA.org. Sophia Learning is just a wonderful program. And to go on again, and of course, Open College was great about accepting any accredited credits. You could also do, if you work in business, you could also do a portfolio. If it relates to your degree or your class, you could do a portfolio and finish your class that way. If you're working in the education setting, you can do a portfolio that way. I did a portfolio on a grant that I wrote for technology funding for a school. And so I used that for one of my courses. And so it's very user-friendly. And so you have one capstone course at the end, which is a 10-week course, and you can't push through that any faster than the 10 weeks. It is what it is. So the last 10-week course, that's your bachelor's capstone. You actually do a project related to the field that you want to work in. And like I said, this particular professor I had, who was an educational doctorate. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say her full name, so I'll just call her Carolyn S. She was absolutely wonderful to work with, very helpful and very knowledgeable. And I was just really just feel blessed that I was able to study under such an educated and diverse woman. She was just an awesome teacher. Oh, here we go.